All right, guys. What a couple of weeks it's been for the Gunners. What a couple of weeks it's been for Arsenal Football Club. One second here, guys. Let me just adjust the camera. What a couple of weeks it's been for us, guys. What a couple of weeks it's been for the Gunners. Jeez, where do I start there before I start the review, guys? I'm going to watch the game in full. I only just came back from Colombia, guys, a couple of days ago. I had an out flight. And on my holidays from Colombia, went to a Swiss league. I'm living in Switzerland, guys, in Zurich. Went to a Swiss league match yesterday. Basel against Bern, 3-3 at the end. Game was in Basel. And I met up with a friend of mine, spent time with him. Something to eat, went to watch live football. Can't beat the live football, guys. And then we were driving back to Zurich and we were watching the last maybe 20-25 of the Arsenal game on Sky, like I am here. And a bitter pill to swallow. A bitter pill to swallow for the Arsenal fans. Because I'm just going to talk a little bit about it, guys, before I get into the actual the watch-along, guys, the review. Like I said, I'm just back from Colombia myself. Still feeling a bit of jet lag, not going to lie. And obviously, a bit down that the holidays are over for the moment. Back to work in a day. But yeah, can't complain, guys. Had a nice time in South America. Arsenal, everything. I'm heading to Manchester, guys, for the game at the Etihad, and I'm afraid, I'm not going to lie, I think they're going to bury us alive at the Etihad. They're a lot better than Southampton, you know what I mean? So I think we are going to get well and truly dismantled at the Etihad, unfortunately. Whether that decides the title or not, it remains to be seen. I mean, City have to play Chelsea before we go to Manchester, before I make the trip with my friend Chris Lee to Manchester, pick up my man Chris Lee. But I am definitely not looking forward to that trip at the moment, because I think that we are going to be smashed in Manchester. They are going to absolutely mangle us, in my opinion. With all due respect to everyone's opinions, guys, that's mine. I think we are going to be killed in that game at the Etihad. Judging on what I saw yesterday, unless the team can really turn it around and step things up, I fear for us in Manchester against City at the moment, not just because they beat Liverpool 4-0 in their own FA Cup tie. It's because we are playing crap. And the team has lost direction completely. The pressure is telling. Even if we lose in Manchester, we can still get across the line and win the league. But for me, the only quadruple I can see at the moment is 4 second-place finishes. Unless we greatly improve, maybe Chelsea can do us a favour at Stamford Bridge. But I honestly think that the trip to Manchester is going to be one step too far for us, guys. Judging what I saw yesterday, what I want to watch now, it gives me cause for concern. Big up, man. I hope you're keeping well. I'm back from Colombia, back from South America. Still got a bit of jet lag, still feeling a bit wishy-washy. You know yourself, I need to have a good sleep tonight. But where do I start about yesterday's game? Look, I just kind of get into it and watch the match. I'm welcoming out to everybody. 2 trophies gone, 2 more to come. We've got a tough game in the Champions League on Tuesday against Sporting. I think we're going to get knocked out of that, to be honest, and then we've just got the league to fight for. How was Colombia? Big up to you, man. Phil, thanks for asking. Colombia was better than yesterday. I think that's fair to say. And you know another thing? No, Colombia was good, man. Colombia, very, very hot. But you know another thing? Alan Shearer was on the commentary for the game, yeah. A fantastic, fantastic player, yeah. Alan Shearer. Obviously not an Arsenal player. England international, excellent for Blackburn, excellent for Newcastle. I like the guy as a player. Brilliant player. But he is so biased and so against Arsenal. It's actually disgusting to listen to. And this isn't sour grapes about the result yesterday. Shearer is one of these guys that just, I mean, the guy's a fucking weasel. I mean, everyone can have their own opinion about it, but his commentary yesterday was fucking offensive. I mean, if I met him in public, I'd have a fucking pop off him. And you can't probably tell, guys, but I'm all there. I'm not as old as him. But yeah, he's just fucking disgusting commentary. Yeah? I mean, the guy is just so biased. It's absolutely fucking just. He hates Arsenal. I mean, why did that prick get do the commentary? You know what I mean? Anyway, looking going again to the game. It's been a tough time for the Gooners, guys, but you heard this shit what Walcott said. He said 25-26 Arsenal would beat 2008-2009 United. And that's neither here nor there, man. That's neither here nor there. Obviously, the way things are looking now, that is a million miles from the truth. But yeah, that's neither here nor there at the moment, bro. I mean, us Arsenal fans, we got bigger fucking fish to fry. We got more important things in our mind than petty squabbles about who was better. No offense. That's not really important in my book. Who was better? It doesn't matter. Right now, all that matters is that Arsenal can get across the line and win the title. That is looking very, very, very shaky at the moment, you have to admit. That is looking very shaky at the moment. Like I said, I'm heading off to Manchester for a game with man Chris Lee. Big up to Chris Lee. And we are going to get, I think they're going to smash us at the Etihad. Maybe that won't decide the league, but we're 9 points ahead, but they have a game in hand. And there's the game in Manchester to come. And we are wobbling, and they are playing very, very well. All right, let me get on with the game, guys. Southampton, Arsenal. Watchalong, replay, review. Big up to Scott for the comments, man. Big up to you, yeah. And you were on holidays too, right? Hope you had a good time anyway, man. Right, here we go. What a fucking disaster. I don't really want to watch this, to be honest. I only caught the end of it yesterday. I don't really want to watch it. Fucking hell. Alright, the Wi-Fi is a bit, it's jumping in and out. One second, please. I'm trying to fix it. Bear with me. Fucking hell. What a disaster yesterday. Jesus fucking Christ. Pardon my language. Yeah, mate. Wasn't it? I'm going back to Spain in October for a week. Fucking nice. You're going back to the same place, you're going somewhere else. But yeah, thanks for tuning in anyway, man. I appreciate it. Sorry about my mood, yeah, but yesterday was just, I mean, it's not just the FA Cup defeat, it's what it means for the rest of the season. Champions League on Tuesday, Sporting, and then the league. It's just what it means for the season, yeah. I mean, everything points towards capitulation. And with all due respect to Southampton yesterday, like I'm watching the game now again, it's about to start. With all due respect to Southampton, we should beat them. I mean, I don't care about injuries. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. We should beat them. It doesn't matter about anything. Yeah? We should just beat them. Yeah, I'm off to Benidorm. Nice weather on October 25th. Nice. Colombia was fucking humid, man. I mean, seriously, I've been to Thailand and it was hell. I was in South America for 6 months. That was pretty hot. But Medellin has got like no coastline, no fresh air, no beaches. It's goddamn hot. It's very humid. And it would mess you up, yeah. The heat would mess you up. How is the women? Where do I start? I'm going to keep it as clean as I can because I'm live on YouTube and there's maybe young people watching or young people tune in from time to time. But the women are, you hear about them, they talk about them. They're famous for being extremely attractive, is the word I would use. But they are absolutely physically just, I mean, their bodies are just, Colombian women's bodies are just, they're just, it's incredible when you see it. I mean, you just can't help but look. And obviously they're geared up for that. Yeah, beauty looks are important in Colombian culture, yeah, the women. But they're just, their bodies are just unbelievable. I mean, I've never seen anything like it in all my life. And they are so beautiful. Like I got an Uber, yeah. I was using Uber when I was there. It's very cheap and affordable and safe. If you're in Colombia, guys, use Uber. Public transport is not that good. But I was using Uber, yeah, like I said, it's very cheap and safe. And one of the Uber drivers, yeah, was a woman. And I swear to God, she was so beautiful. So beautiful. I mean, she just took my breath away. What can I say? And I looked at her, yeah, I could see her in the mirror, yeah. I was sitting in the back, she was in the front. I could see her unfortunately, she was on the back seat with me, guys. But I could see her in the mirror, yeah, the rear view mirror. And I swear to God, guys, there wasn't a blemish. She was so pretty. It was unbelievable. And obviously, they have like tan skin, natural, no fake tan, jet black hair. I mean, the blackest hair you could imagine. And so pretty and just so beautiful. I mean, she was absolutely, my knees were shaking. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, thanks a lot, Manny, man. I appreciate it. And thanks for tuning in. Yeah. At the end of the season, whatever happens, I want to have a little live stream and I want to invite some guests. Maybe you would like to come on, Manny. Everyone is entitled to come on and speak their opinions. It's open for everybody. At the end of the season, I'm going to have like a stream with many guests. I'm going to ask a lot of people to come on and we're going to discuss things. And like I said, it's going to be a very open conversation. Everybody's opinions will be respected. There are a lot of YouTubers out there. I'm not going to name names, but they're either Arteta Lickasses or too negative. I like to find the medium, the happy medium, as they say. I want a balanced, constructive, not a debate because I'm not into that shit. I see some dickheads are into that. I'm not into that. But people can voice their opinions. It's not going to be a debate. It's going to be respectful and people's opinions will be respected. So I'm going to organize that at the end of the season. Obviously, at this point, we do not know, are we going to be champions or not? In my opinion, we won't get across the line. From what I've seen recently, we're gone fucking completely. Yeah, my ex-wife was from Venezuela. My ex-wife was from Venezuela. Planning on going anywhere else this year? Well, yeah, like I said, I'm heading to Manchester in a week. I have holidays in May. I think I'm going to stay here. Nothing to do with money. I've just been traveling a lot in the last year and a half. I think I'll stay here for that week and spend time with my friends in Switzerland. In September, maybe a little chiquitica from Colombia will come visit me. Who knows? A beautiful lady I met will come visit me, maybe. And I also have holidays in December, but let's see. Sure thing, Dave. Keep in touch with me and I'll make sure I'm available. And did you know Del Boy is back too? Yeah, I saw Del Boy is back, yeah. And unfortunately, he went on Jez's channel for some reason, but that's his own business. Yeah. I actually like Del Boy. I'd rather drop Dead though than go on Jez's channel, to be honest. My two favourite Irishmen. Yeah, Del Boy's a good guy. Yeah? Shit, the stream has gone down again, but I don't know what it is with Sky Sports now, but it's fucking reacting. I don't know what it is. So let's see. There we go. I'll keep in touch with you, man, and you come on and we can collaborate. Yeah? It would be nice. Like I said, at the end of the season, we don't know what's going to happen. So at the end of the season, we'll have a little preview, get a few people on and talk football. And like I said, everyone's opinions will be respected. I'm not one of these biased YouTubers. You know, it's going to be a fair, open conversation about where we see the club going. Is Arteta the right man for the job? Everything is going to be discussed, yeah. Players-wise. Now, I see Troops' response to this game yesterday. I'm watching the game again, guys. I mean, they were talking about Gyökeres is the only guy that played well. I don't agree with that. But definitely, there was a lot of players that were below par. I don't believe that Gyökeres is the only player that played well, but there were a lot of players that were below par. I can see our season breaking down yet again. It's always the same thing. Even if we do win the league, he has to go. He's always said is welcome. Yeah, I mean, before we started to improve, I did want him to leave. Then we got some good signings in, and we have looked better this season. But what has he learned in the last? Like, it's important to be fair. Yeah, everything seems to be on the shoulders of Max Daumann. We almost came unstuck against Mansfield. Now, this is the way it is, guys. The warning signs were there. Against Mansfield, we almost came unstuck. I don't know, we're just forgot the pieces in the last couple of weeks, and it's not just injuries. I mean, we have the players out there to win the games. And this game was a definite must win, and we have it in our locker to win this one. But obviously, this is the team that gets in your face, they rattle you. But we have the quality out there. We have the quality out there to beat them. And we just didn't do that. Like, what has he learned in the last couple of seasons? I mean, they're talking about quadruples. Obviously, now we only have a chance of 2. But in my opinion, we only have a chance of the league. We're not going to win the Champions League, of course. There's not a hope in hell of that happening. Even before this, I didn't believe that, but we only maybe have a chance of the league, if at all. But I think the quadruple is going to be 4 second-place finishes in a row. I think we're going to come second again. Like I said, I am going to Manchester. I am going to the Etihad. I am going to watch that game. But I think it's going to be very, very difficult. All right, let me watch some of the game here, guys. Jesus, Skelly. Oh my God. Norgard completely messed it up. Southampton find a way out. 7 minutes gone, guys. 0-0. This, of course, is a replay review, guys. The game was yesterday. They finished 2-1 to the Saints. Arsenal out of the cup. Maybe that's for the best, because it would have been Manchester City we face, and let's face it, we're bottling it at the moment. Which at the end of the season, guys, win, lose or draw, I'm going to get we're going to have a live stream, guys, with a couple of guests on, and we're going to talk football. But what do you think about the World Cup? How do you think you're seeing we're going Tuesday? I think they're going to beat us. I think Sporting will beat us. We're gone to shit right now. It's really bad. I mean, I'm not being negative, guys. If anybody knows me, I'm the most positive-minded person you could ever meet, as a lot of Irish tend to be. We have a hard history behind us, guys. So we tend to be positive, and we look on the bright side of life, but I can't see anything other than a loss. I don't think we're going to get past Sporting, not when we're playing like this. Real gutless performance yesterday. Cowardly. Arteta hasn't learned anything, not a fucking thing, since he took over at the club, in my opinion. And why does he keep sticking with Kepa as keeper? We are so much better when we have David Raya. I mean, that is one thing. I know it's an obvious thing to say, but my God, I mean, the difference between the two. There should only be one keeper on the team sheet, and that should be David Raya. Kepa is not anywhere near that level. So why don't we play him? It just doesn't make sense. That's basically about the Champions League. Yeah. I mean, the league is going to be difficult too. I mean, we're going to struggle. We're going to struggle. But that's my opinion anyway. We're going to fucking struggle. I mean, we've got the aim for the league and try to get across the line in the league. I mean, nothing else matters for us, to be honest. For me, as an Arsenal fan, all that matters is the league. I don't care about anything else. That's the way it always was. It's nice if we can win something else, of course, and add a trophy, but the only trophy we're left in now is the Champions League, and we're not going to win that. There's no way we're going to win the Champions League. It's just fanciful to think like that. We don't have a prayer to win that. Not a chance. Not a chance to win the Champions League. So all that's there for us is maybe the league now. But like I said, I am going to Manchester. I am going to the Etihad. Anyway, look, the World Cup, guys, you thinking about that? What do you make of it? I mean, England's chances. I mean, a lot of England fans on here, of course. I'm an Irishman. We fell at the second last hurdle in defeat to the Czech Republic on penalties in Prague. They then went on and beat Denmark in the playoff final. So the Czech Republic will be there. Denmark are out. The Republic of Ireland are out. And of course, North Macedonia were beaten by Denmark. They're out. The Czech Republic made it through under that playoff group. So the Irish guys, we will not be there. The Irish team. Switzerland will be there. Of course, I'm living in Switzerland. Colombia are there. So I'll be supporting them and supporting Switzerland. And supporting Norway from my friend Chris Lee. His father, God rest his soul, comes from there. But obviously, I want to see the English team do well. The likes of Declan Rice and these lads. But I mean, England are looking like, how do you see the World Cup going? Who do you think is going to win? I think Portugal will win the World Cup. The Simpsons predicted it. The Simpsons. I'm not watching the World Cup this year. I'm sick of the politics and controversy involved. I'll still cheer for England and Scotland in my heart and hope they'll have good tournaments. Now, the only good thing for me, as a Republic of Ireland fan, is that the North also did not qualify. Call me petty, guys. Call me petty, but we have our differences. And I am happy also that the North did not qualify. We have our history, guys. I'm not going to get into it there, but happy enough that they did not qualify because they were getting very big-headed up there. It's nice to see them also taking down a peg or two. But I do believe that the right coach is in place for the Irish team. I think we have the right manager in place. He's looking to bring in new players, blood in new players, which is difficult for a small country like us. But we're looking at a couple of players. We're doing this and we're doing that. England will get to the semi-final and go out. In fairness, England have a very good squad. And they have a good manager. They have a lot of quality players. I mean, one of the best squads in the world, no doubt. But the pressure that's put on them is, I think, well documented. And in fairness to Japan, they're actually not a bad side. I mean, you don't want to have an off day against them, which is what England had. You need to be on it against teams like Japan because they will, like they are professional. They actually train. You know what I mean? They do practice. They do turn up on the training ground. And Mitoma is a wonderful player. Like, outside of the host countries, so Canada, the United States, and Mexico, Japan were the first team outside of the host countries to qualify for the World Cup finals. They were the first team outside of the host nations. So they were the fourth team to qualify for the World Cup finals in North America in the summer. So they're no soft touch guys. They got results. They won games. They took points. They turn up for training now. So England disappointed with the Japan result. Japan are actually a decent team, not to be taken lightly. I don't understand this whole oh fuck, we lost to Japan. Of course, the fans are disappointed, but Japan have qualified. They are going to be at the finals. They are a team of a certain level. They're not a bad team. They're not a bad team. I don't understand the whole fuck, man. Japan. Man, Japan have got a team. Japan have a team. They're going to be there. So I don't know. But definitely Palmer and Foden did not tend to bode well. It just didn't look good. And Guehi is a fantastic player. They have the right keeper. Guehi's a great player. They got Stones. They've got Declan Rice. They've got so much talent all over the field. So much striking ability. Foden is a wonderful player. But I don't think that Cole Palmer is playing well right now. And I'm a real fan of Cole Palmer. So he's just not playing well right now. Himself and Foden just did not work. Japan are a menacing team, and they did the business. Did what they had to. Arsenal on the attack here, guys. Of course, everybody knows the way this game went. Arsenal ended up 2-1 losers, guys. Knocked out of the FA Cup. Little bit embarrassing, not gonna lie. Portugal do win the World Cup. Do you think Bruno could win the Ballon d'Or? No, only because he's not the best player in the world. I know what you're saying now. If he wins the World Cup, maybe, but no. Only the best player in the world will win it, yeah. The best player in the world right now, Ben White. Ben White is the best player in the world right now. I think Ben White will win it before Bruno will. I'm joking, of course, man. But no, I think the best player will win it. That won't be Bruno, unfortunately, bro. Fucking hell, man. What a bad performance by Arsenal. I don't know what's going on. It's very hard to dictate, yeah. Fucking hell, man. But things are definitely going from bad to worse for Arsenal. I mean, it was very disappointing yesterday as an Arsenal fan. Um, I don't know. It's very disappointing yesterday as an Arsenal fan. I mean, I need a bit of a lift since I came back from the holidays. Because when the holidays are over, it's a bit of a downer and a bit of a depress. It's a bit depressing, a bit of a downer. But yeah, need a bit of a lift after that. It just didn't happen. Fucking disaster yesterday. And the season is kind of going its usual path at the end. We're kind of just falling apart. Mosquera, Gabriel, Mosquera again, Ben White, Odegaard, just back from injury, of course. Doman. Martinelli breaks free on the left. What a disappointing game yesterday for Arsenal. I mean, I'm on a bit of a downer, guys, as you can imagine. Back from my holidays, I'm watching that crap yesterday. It's going to be tough for us. Yeah, we got a tough run in. I think people are realizing how difficult it's going to be. The team playing like this right now. Buys. It's going to be a very interesting run in. A very difficult run in for the team. Okay, the stream is out of date. Guys, let me just go back and check it again. But yeah, shocking stuff for us, guys. I think it's fair to say. At the moment, Arsenal gone to fucking pieces. Barman hopefully we can pick it back up, but I think it's going to be very, very difficult though. Southampton nil, Arsenal nil, guys, after 21 minutes. Of course, we all know the way the game went, guys. Arsenal getting beaten 2-1, knocked out of the cup, and played really shit in this game. I think it's fair to say. Odegaard didn't play well. I mean, Odegaard was doing his normal thing. looking for a quick return pass. And Norgard was kind of like choosing the wrong option. Ben White, Norgard popped up awkwardly and he couldn't get a handle on it. Odegaard again takes it back. Ben White with time to get the cross in. Black by Cienza, it's going to be a corner. Going to go to sleep now there. See you soon. Yeah, see you soon, man. And have a good sleep. And I'll be in touch. And when it comes around for the big stream, it would be nice to have a couple of guests on. Like I said, we do not know which way the season is going to go at this point. Let's see what happens at the end. Let's do a live stream. Get some guests on and let's talk football. And it'd be good to catch up as well. I mean, it's not just all about football, right? You're a nice guy, Manny. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. It's not just about football, yeah. It's keeping in touch with people. You know what I mean? Something I enjoy, yeah. Something I enjoy. And you're a nice guy, Manny. You sleep well, yeah? Take it easy, man. Have a good sleep. Peace. So, yeah, at the end of the season, guys, win, lose, or draw, I'm going to do a stream. A live stream, get some guests on and talk about the football. Have a chat and see what happens. Odegaard with the chance, guys. Well watched by Perez. He's a good keeper. No, man. A keeper, Perez for Southampton, actually, he was being lined up as a replacement for Neuer at Bayern Munich, believe it or not, at one stage. So they obviously Southampton him, guys. Odegaard again with a chance. I am here. I'm just playing some Resident Evil. Ah, cool. You got a PlayStation 5 or you got an Xbox? Manning, guys, just chopped down Max Stoneman, guys. Southampton left back, chopped him down, picks up the first yellow of the evening. But yeah, you know what I saw when I was in Colombia, Medellin? The consoles and the games are the same price that you would see in Europe, if not a little bit more expensive. I got a PS5, yeah. I play FIFA sometimes. I'm playing it on mine now. And I play Grand Theft Auto 5, of course. Of course, the new Grand Theft Auto is coming out in November. I don't know you're going to buy that, but it's a cool game, right? I mean, it's fun. Easy to pick up and put down. Been on the PS since the 90s. Cool. I kind of dropped on and off with it, but I got a PlayStation 5 again. Since like 2 years since I came back to Switzerland. But I run everything through the PlayStation now. I'll see all the apps, Sky, Netflix, YouTube. Helps me with my streaming, of course. I see a lot of World Cup games are actually going to be on Sky. I need to find out who's actually going to be at the World Cup live. I got FC and GTA. Cool. I actually have to see who's going to be. Resident Evil is a cool game, though. I played that as well. I used to have it with the VR goggles for the PlayStation. The virtual reality. Resident Evil is terrifying in the virtual reality. Jesus, when the zombies attack you in the house, it's actually scary though. It is like because it's just so real. I know you're probably going to laugh though, yeah, but it is scary a bit. Like it's just so real with the virtual reality. You'd almost shit yourself when the zombies are eating you in the house when they attack. It's mad. Like it's just the sounds and it's a great game. But what was I going to say? Dorman did well there. Tricky. But yeah, fuck it. Havertz has a shot deflected just wide. Struggling in this game, guys. Nothing was going their way. But Scott, what's the best game you've ever played? I mean, like I said, you've had the PlayStation. You've been on the PlayStation since the 90s. What's the best game you ever played? Okay, that's difficult, yeah. The two best games that you ever played. Well, that's a difficult question. The two best games that you ever played. A lot of people talk about yeah, the guy that created those war games, yeah. He passed away recently, like maybe 2 months ago. What are those war games? Anyway, a lot of people always say that those war games are good. That's a tough one. Yeah, it's a tough one. Maybe top five, but it's hard for you to think all the way back. Of course, I mean it's difficult even to pick top five. But what are those war games? Yeah, Call of Duty. A lot of people say that Call of Duty are some of the best games ever. I mean, I've never played them. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a real big gamer. Scott. But a lot of people say that the Call of Duty games are some of the best games that have ever been released. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a massive gamer. A little bit of Grand Theft Auto, a little bit of FIFA. I just run everything through the PlayStation here. It's easier like that, because it's top notch. But yeah, a lot of people say that the Call of Duty games are some of the greatest games to ever be released. There's Southampton, Finnazaz, Dispossessed, Republic of Ireland, International course. It's a long ball, guys, dropping into the midfield. Difficult for Arsenal to get a hold on. Norgard gets hold of it. Ben White sloppy. Ben White had a shit game in fairness, but he wasn't the only one. I actually like Ben White. I actually like him though. And I like the way he gives the bit of shithousery when we play Man City. He always has an answer for that prick fucking Holland. Ben White mans up, you know what I mean? He defends other players. He has something to say for himself. He's no pushover, White. White flies in, wins it. There we go. In the penalty area, a little ball. But deflected. There's the ball forward. Gabriel in trouble. Needs a bounce. Cienza. Top 5. Call of Duty, MW2, and MW3, the old ones. GTA San. Resident Evil 4 remake of FIFA 13. Ah. You know your games, man. FIFA 13. Interesting. Top 5. Call of Duty. GTA San Andreas. Resident Evil 4 remake. Interesting, man. Interesting, man. Like I said, Call of Duty had got a tremendous reputation, and it was only when one of the creators actually passed away. He was credited with being the brains behind those games, and that they were some of the greatest games ever created. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto, of course, San Andreas, I mean, say no more. Some great games, though. They take a lot of time to produce. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3. I actually should try to buy those games online because I never played them, and I'm sure they're cheap online now, yeah. On the PlayStation Store. Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Not easy games to play because honestly, I'm not that good a gamer. I'm not that good a gamer. I mean, I'm touch and go, yeah. I'm not that good a gamer. 1-0 for Southampton, guys. Ball in. Ben White missed it, misjudged the flight of the header. And Stewart finished it with aplomb, guys. A brilliant finish. But Ben White, he had a long time to judge the ball. He couldn't get it clear. Stewart was there and he smashed it in. The old one are the best Call of Duty's ever made. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, Black Ops, and Call of Duty World at War. World at War. I'll look online later, yeah. I'm going to look at the PlayStation Store after this game and see is one of those actually available. I'm sure they're pretty cheap now. But yeah, like I said, when I was in Colombia, I went into a couple of gaming stores. Yeah, I support Arsenal now. I support Arsenal. But yeah, when I was in Colombia, like I said, the consoles and the games are actually just as expensive as here in Europe. I mean, I was surprised the expense of them. I mean, I actually bought this for like maybe £18. I got that for like £18 when I was there, and you can connect it up to the TV with a console. Yeah, got these cables. You can connect it up to the TV. It's got its own console. Yeah, like its own keyboard. So it's got its own controller. Or you can play it like this, like a Game Boy almost. It's got its own controller. It can connect up to the TV, or you can play it like that. Comes with headphones. and it's got like a USB port to charge the battery, the built-in battery at the back. It's got 400 built-in games, yeah. It's got 400 built-in games. Your moustache looks like CNG for a male Johnson of a bloke in the 40s. How did I know that comment was coming? Yeah, it is what it is, man. Everyone's got their own. Everyone's got their own thing, yeah. Ben White's mistake, 1-0 to Southampton. Of course, we all know the way this game went. Arsenal getting all muscled. The good old porn tash. That's it, man. It tickled him in Colombia, you know what I mean? I tickled a couple of the ladies in Colombia when I was on the job, you know what I mean? But yeah, the good old porn tash, yeah. That's the thing, like a lot of fellas today are kind of like, they even fucking trim the eyebrows and shape the eyebrows. I don't know what that's about. I mean, I don't understand I understand the man wants to be attractive, but I mean, trimming the eyebrows, I'm not quite sure what that's about. But a lot of guys like they trim the mustache. I get it; they want to look neat and tidy. But I like to go for just the old school mustache. You know what I mean? Handlebars, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Linking up to the beard a little bit on the sides. That's what I like to go for. You know what I mean? I'll say I like to be attractive and look nice to the women and have a nice haircut and stuff, but yeah, I don't go for the whole gay boy look. No disrespect to gay people. Huh? I'm nearly 34 and can't even grow a beard. I hate facial hair. But you could grow one, yeah? You just shave it, you mean? Or you can't grow one, you just don't like to grow one. Yeah, you're still a young buck, man. Geez, I'm 46, man. Fucking the 30s were a good time, in fairness. 30s are still a good time, and enjoy it. I'm 46 years of age now, you know. No, I can't grow one. I can only grow a goatee. All good, bro. It means nothing at the end of the day. I mean, it's just facial hair. Fucking hell. I've always struggled to kind of grow one. I'm not going to lie. Another friend of mine, he was shaving when he was 12. Like he had the full Del Piero. I'm not joking. Oh yeah. He's got like Portuguese blood in his veins. Back in my country, back in Ireland, he was shaving when he was 12, and I mean he had the full Del Piero, yeah, because his hair was very black. Like I said, he was Portuguese blood in his veins. He had a Del Piero, you know, the old Del Piero goatee with the line of the beard then linked up to it, yeah, like the very thin line, the goatee, the Del Piero, when he was at Juve. So I had the Alessandro Del Piero. I got a new dog as well, little German Shepherd. Ah, beautiful. I love dogs, man. I met a girl from Medellin and she had a husky with like blue eyes. A beautiful animal, a beautiful dog. But a very big, strong dog, of course. I mean, it's still kind of like a puppy, but they're quite big dogs. Which we went out for something to eat, a Medellin, and we were sitting outside on the street. Obviously, it's nice and warm in the evening in Colombia. So we were sitting outside chilling. People were walking past, and everybody was fucking loving the dog. Yeah. She's only 12 weeks old. Jesus. Like, I love dogs, yeah, but I'm not an expert. I mean, when they're that young, what do they actually eat? I know every dog is different, yeah, but when they're that young, like, what do you actually give them? Like, can you give them a little bit of pedigree charm, or, obviously they can't eat as much as that maybe, yeah, but I don't know, what do you actually give them when they're young, when they're puppies like that? How do you start them off? Do you give them milk? I mean, that's probably a silly question, yeah, but I see some dogs actually take milk as well. Fuck, I love dogs though. I never had a dog of my own, unfortunately. It's expensive to have a dog in Switzerland. It's, you know, I feed her normal wet dog food 3 times a day. Okay. And like exercising, like walking. I mean, obviously she's young. I mean, you don't take her, out too much, I'd imagine, or too far. You know what I mean? When she's that young. And toilet training the dog must be difficult. Obviously, you probably got experience at that. It's probably not your first dog, but you got a toilet train on that. Oh, fucking hell. Still getting over the jet lag, guys. Yeah, so that was it, guys. We're out of the FA Cup, and that's pretty much all there's about it. Finn Azazga is the Irish international, battling hard for Southampton. I love dogs, though, man. I fucking love dogs. I swear to God. Fucking love dogs. Dog is like a member of the family. You know what I mean? A dog is like a member of the family, man. I know there's something about dogs, though, man. They're actually better than people. I'm not talking about you or me now, yeah, but in general, yeah, dogs are actually, I don't know, they're better than people. More trustworthy. The Wi-Fi's coming in again, guys. 1 second, I'll just get it back. Keeps jumping around a bit. It goes trying to start up Sky again. For some reason it's acting up. Alright, here we go. There we go. 42 minutes in, guys. Of course, this game was already played yesterday, guys, and we lost. They beat us. Can't say much more than that about it. But fucking hell. Disaster. Toman puts inside, little cheeky ball in. I'm still pressing for the equaliser, guys, but the keeper takes it easy from the cross. Arsenal struggling, guys, in this game, and they struggled in the last couple of matches. And it doesn't bode well for the trip to Manchester, yeah. But before then, Chelsea are going to play City, so maybe. Love to know what David Ray thinks about things. I have to wonder what's going on in Mikel Arteta's head, though. Odegaard, he's making moves. Switches it to Dolman. Norgard. Norgard. Havertz, Jesus gets it. Norgard again. Ben White, Odegaard, Martinelli. Dolman takes it down. Nice touch. He's going to get a cross in to take on his man. Going to create something. In fairness, Dolman is the best player for us. Well, the other players, I don't know, they don't seem to know what they're doing. But Dolman knows to pass the ball on and recycle it. Gabriel, Mosquera, Norgard. Half time. 1-0. Right, guys, I'm just going to go drain the weasel and I'll be back then now. 1 second. Right, guys, I'm back. Let's get on with the second half of the game. I'll give it our analysis, guys, but to be honest, I couldn't care less about that. Let's get back into it, guys. 6 months old. You mind me asking you not to pry into your personal life too much, bro, but it must be expensive. Like, is it expensive to actually have a dog? To buy a dog in the UK? Here in Switzerland, it's like crazy expensive. Here it's very, very expensive in Switzerland. Like with the license, the vaccinations, the this, the that, the other. I mean, do you need like to be earning a good bit of money to have a dog? I mean, they all need to be licensed. They need to be chipped, right? This, that, and the other. You know what I mean? Is it difficult? And actually buying the dog itself, is it difficult these days? Is it expensive in the UK? I mean, here it's pretty expensive. The thing is, here they have dog minders, but it costs an arm and a leg. I mean, if you go to work and you're living alone, the dog is alone. It's like a no-brainer. You need someone there to take care of the dog, you know. As such. I don't want this with the Wi-Fi here with Sky Sports, but it's like on the blink. Second, guys. Maybe it's the weather. It's like it's on the fucking blink. Alright, let's try to get back into Sky again. Wi-Fi's on the blink a bit, it kind of drops on and off. Still 1-0 to Southampton, guys, into the second half. Of course, this game played yesterday. Everybody knows the way it went. Oh, it's not too bad. Keep it out here. I bet 29 for the bets. Not with more injections and poison. Nah, fuck. That's cheap, huh? That's cheap. Here, I think it's so that like you need to be living with people now because like when someone needs to take care of it, it was like a dog minder then is expensive. So you probably have somebody there the whole time yourself or someone else. The missus to actually take care of the dog. That's what you need, because that can be expensive. You need a dog minder. What is up with the fucking Wi-Fi here? Keeps cutting off here for the match. A little bit annoying. Now, well. I have cats as well. They must get on pretty well, They must get on pretty well. No, but I see that they do actually get on well when they're living in the same household. Cats and dogs tend to get on well. Fuck, this was some bad performance by Arsenal, in fairness. Well, it wasn't terrible, but I mean, we should have been able to put Southampton away. I mean, they give everything a course, and they're not a bad team, but we should have really beaten them. Yeah, we should have put the game to bed, and it just wasn't there for us. We just couldn't do it. Dortmund battling well, Arsenal playing terrible. Jesus did well there. If he told the guard, Gabriel, the halfway line, plays the ball to Skelly. He's an attacking role he favours. Clipped. She just wants to play with them, but the cats just run off or hiss at her, and then she will chase them around the house. It must be nice though, man, having the pets around the place. Yeah, they're good company, right? I mean, let's be honest. Like I said, dogs especially are nothing against cats, but dogs are especially more trustworthy than people. I mean, it must be nice to have the pets around the place, man. Just fucking. Christ, sounds like a good life to me anyway. I don't know, having the pets around the place, man. Fucking hell, it's just a whole new dimension to your life, and it's just nice to have them around. And it's a good way to keep fit too with the dog. I mean, when you go out later walking with the dog, like proper walks, it's a good way to keep fit. It gets you fit. You know what I mean? Get you out of the house, get you fit. You know what I mean? Like people that walk dogs isn't to be quite fucking fit. Keeps you trim, keeps you fit. That's good company though, man. Isn't it like to have the dogs at home? Fucking good company, man. Have the pets, I mean, the cats too, yeah. Yeah, 50 minutes gone, guys. Like I said, of course, we all know the way this game went. Southampton winning 2-1, but interesting at 1-0 what Arsenal were doing. I mean, they didn't actually play too badly. I don't want to paper over the cracks. Yeah, that's not what I'm trying to do. But they're okay actually in possession. It's just like the cutting edge. Jokeris came on and it improved. Yeah, we got the equalizer, but it's like we never got behind them. We're actually good enough performance. The defense was not good. The defense was shit. A lot of unforced errors were put under pressure, but the defense was appalling. But in the midfield, we're actually good interplay. It's just we couldn't get behind them. It's like we didn't try. It's not as bad as you would think. Yeah, the performance, but definitely we struggled. Of course, we struggled. I mean, I think that's fair to say. We struggled. Oh man, smashes it, guys. Big block. Arsenal corner coming. Corner for Arsenal, guys. Martinelli whips in the corner. Arsenal set piece. I think they had 9 corners in this game. Nothing doing. Peretz gets his hands to it and clears. Yeah, it was one of those days at the office for Arsenal. Not all of a sudden it's panic stations because we're out of 2 trophies. And we're struggling. It's panic stations though. As with a bad touch. What games are you into playing? Yeah, I just really like FIFA and Grand Theft Auto. Like I said earlier, I got this in Colombia. You can connect it to the TV. You charge it up. You charge the battery with USB, and it's actually got 400 of the vintage arcade games on it. It's got 400 games built in, so you can connect it up to the TV. Controller. I picked it up for 20 quid in Colombia. Yeah, cheap. You know what I mean? Like maybe £16. That's what it hit me. What it knocked me. But yeah, I don't play much, to be honest. Like I said, I think VR on the PlayStation is cooler. I used to have that before. The virtual reality is cooler. Cien's in for Southampton. They're in, but Kepa came out. A little bit of FIFA, a little bit of Grand Theft Auto. That's about my limit now. About my limit. If we ever get a PS5, let me know. We can jump on some GTA. Yeah, I have a PlayStation 5. I have one. I have one. I have a PlayStation. So if you wanna tell me your username and I could add you, maybe. You know what I mean? You could send me a friend request. But I have a PlayStation 5, yeah. I have a PlayStation 5. Type your name in the chat. We'll add you now. 1 second. I think my name is actually Old School Gunner, but let me double check. I should probably know that, to be honest. David Cole, I think that's it then, is it? Yeah, David Cole. 1 second. I think I'm just known as my name, yeah. I wasn't sure was I actually known as the Old School Gunner or what. So I tend to do things simply and then just forget about it. That's what I'm known as, I think. David Cole, yeah. That's my account. Online status, online trophies 8. Yeah. Oh yeah, you send a message saying it's me, Scott. Okay. It's not showing up. Let me check. Could be old school gunner actually. As you can tell, I'm not much of a gamer. Could be old school gunner 18 on FIFA anyway. Old school gunner 18. I think on FIFA it's old school gunner 18, the number 18. Old school gunner 18 is connecting to the EA servers. I think for FIFA anyway, it's old school gunner 18. That's on FIFA anyway. Old school gunner 18. Illusions X420X. Is that you? Illusions X420X. Ah, yeah. I need to game more. Honestly, don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Pardon my language. Ah, okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. We're close friends, members too. So there we go. At some point we can play. Maybe then I can put it actually on my channel. Then I can actually go live on my channel. let's get back to the game. Now, a big up, man. Thanks for that, yeah. I appreciate it. As you can see, not much of a gamer. I'm probably the worst FIFA player of all time. Yeah, we could play a couple of games at some point, yeah. And if we do FIFA, maybe I can stream it, the gameplay on my channel, yeah. A little bit entertaining for people. United against Arsenal, the best of 25. You know what I mean? The best of 25 games. United against Arsenal. The best of 25. Yeah, the World Cup is going to be interesting, huh? Hopefully for a YouTuber that'll boost the channel a little bit. Get me some more subscribers. You know. Big up, Scott, man. So when we can play a little bit of football now. Take each other on. Musquera got there first, guys. Stewart threatening again. Another dangerous ball, guys. This time towards the near post. Guess we could have some games of FT at some point, man. Or yeah, it'd be fun. Maybe I could stream it live on my channel. Yeah, it would be entertaining. The best of 25, you know what I mean? The best of 25 games. Best of 25. Arsenal against United. Best of 25. For like 5 hours. Probably better if we're both drunk, yeah. Probably be more entertaining, yeah. Oh, okay, no. Fuck's sake. You play Ultimate Team? No, I don't. I actually don't. But I'm up for anything, man. You know what I mean? I'll play that too. Like, I don't play it, but we can play at some point as well. You know what I mean? I can set up a team and we can play. It's not a problem. Now we'll make it entertaining, yeah? Make it entertaining. You know what I mean? Make it fun. That's the name of the game, right? It's fun. I used to play it before. I used to be well into it, yeah, but you know yourself. You get a little bit older, you kind of. When I come home from work, I just watch a bit of Netflix. Every so often, a little bit of gaming. What I'll do is tomorrow, Monday, I'll actually I'll have a look at the Ultimate Team when I'm at home. So I'm only working again on Tuesday because it's Easter here, so happy days. Look, I can't believe I'm going to Manchester next week. Like, I swear they're going to hammer us. It's going to be a very difficult game at the Etihad. I don't know what you think is going to happen, Scott, but I think it's going to be a very, very difficult game at the Etihad. I mean, we're really going to be up against it there. It's going to be quite a tricky game, I think. Fuck. And the way Haaland is, it could be a real annihilation. Could be a real hammering. I don't know. I don't know what you think that game is going to be like at the Etihad, yeah. But I mean, it's a tough place to go, and I'm traveling there. I mean, it's not so far from where I am in Switzerland to get to Manchester by plane. But I mean, I'm traveling there. Big game. I'm going to be in the stadium surrounded by all the City fans. They're going to be baying for our fucking blood. You know what I mean, man. You know the way the atmosphere is. They're going to be baying for our fucking blood. And hopefully we can do something against them now, but I'd be surprised if we got something out of the game, to be honest. I think it's going to be very difficult. Big game that for you. That could be the turning point in the season for Arsenal. Yeah, we need everybody fit, and at the moment that's the opposite. Yeah, and everybody's playing shite. Part of my language. There's a lot of players underperforming, and I just don't know, are we capable of doing it though? I honestly do not know, can we actually do it? I mean, what do you think? I mean, we went there and made it look like Sunday League. Yeah, this season. You've also went there a couple of seasons, man, and got absolutely fucking pulverized. And so have Arsenal. So have a lot of teams. But yeah, this season United have been, yeah, it was your first game with Carrick in charge. Your first game with Carrick in charge, and he fucking blitzed them. He made them look like fucking donkeys out there. And then he beat us. You know what I mean? You beat City and then you beat Arsenal. I remember when I saw the City game, I was like, okay, we're in for a bit of a game at the Emirates. Of course, Mikel Arteta, being Mikel Arteta, he didn't look at your performance against against City and think, okay, maybe we should be careful there. No. You know what I mean? That's typical Arteta, man. Like, we lost that game at the Emirates against United. Carrick's second team in charge, I think. We were getting we were warned before the game when we saw your performance against City, what you did to them, but still, we didn't take any notice. And then you beat us too. We getting linked with Nagelsmann, the German national coach. Then after the World Cup, is it? He might come after the World Cup. He was in Switzerland recently, in Basel, because the Germany played Switzerland and they won 4-3. Wirtz got a goal, I think, or maybe he got 2. But yeah, the German national coach, so what, he's going to join after the World Cup. Nagelsmann, yeah. I like Carrick, though. I think he's done a great job. Obviously, you need somebody maybe of a higher standing in the game as manager. But I think Carrick, maybe keep him on as assistant. Yeah, I think he's done a good fucking job. Also, nobody could be as bad as that Portuguese coach. What was his name? That fool. Christ, he was awful. He was fucking diabolical. Bruno as well, wasn't it? What a shit fucking coach. What a crap coach. Carrick came in and showed how simple the game can be. You just pick your best starting 11, pick your best formation, give guys the ability to play, like Kobe Mino. Bet it would make your day if Spurs get relegated, and it was Amorim. Yeah, of course I would be happy if Spurs got relegated, yeah, but the thing is with Spurs, I mean, they're not really rivals for Arsenal, like what they've done in the league's history. They're not really our rivals because they've been crap. But in North London, they are our rivals. But the thing is that the thing that I don't understand about Spurs is that if you see their fans, now they have a right to be proud of, and they have a right to hold their head up high and walk down the street. But if you see them, they actually they act like they're the fucking boys. Now you swear they were Real Madrid fans the way they continue on, that they've won so many trophies. They've won fuck all in their history. So I don't understand where the attitude comes from, this mentality of theirs. They walk down the road like they've won as many trophies as Real Madrid. And that's what I don't understand. That's what I can never understand about them. And I'm not being insulting here, yeah. They've won fuck all compared to Arsenal. League titles, I think they've won 2. We've won 13. They're more of a cup team, yeah? And even now we have more cups than them. So I don't know where they get this kind of this spring in their step from, this attitude, this greatness about the club when they've won fuck all. That's just what I don't understand about them. Like, it's late here in Switzerland, but I got a funny story, man. So like last 2 years ago, I was living in London and I was working in London, and I was in central London, yeah. So like, I don't know, by Old Street, by Shoreditch in London. So I was working close to Shoreditch at Premier Inn, and I was working in the bar and the restaurant. Yeah, so I was front of house, and it was like an afternoon, and these businessmen came in, and one of them, he was the size of a fucking mountain. The guy was just built like a fucking tank. So they came in anyway, and he was talking shit about Spurs anyway, like giving it the big one about Spurs. And I was behind the bar on my own, like setting up for the day, setting up the bar. He was giving it the big one anyway. So I was like, he was mouthing off anyway. I said, "You're a Spurs fan, yeah?" He was with 2 of his workmates. So. And I said, "You're a Spurs fan, yeah?" He says, "I am." I says, "Yeah, I'm a gooner." He said, "Yeah, I partly guessed." And he was being fucking smart anyway. I goes, he'd made some comment anyway, something anyway, I'm too friendly. Guy knows an animal. He was a big fucker. So I stood up for a minute and I just thought, well, fuck it, man. This is for the club anyway. I'm going to say something. So I said, "Yeah." I said, you got a nice big stadium out there, boy. A nice new stadium out there. He knew something was coming, yeah. I said, "I'll lean over a couple of trophies to go with it." He just fucking looked. So he fucked off with his beer, yeah. Fucking freaked. And one of the guys stayed at the bar, yeah, and was paying. And I turned around to the other guy, didn't I? He had a cheek to the other guy to say, "I don't think he's talking to me now." I just Irish, man. We just can't let it go, yeah. We just can't let it drop. So I turned around and I went into the back area where the kitchen was, and I actually was there by the food lift, and I was thinking, did I really just say that? Like, no, something inside me, man. I just can't put my finger on it, and I wasn't trying to act the hero. And if it got physical, I mean, he was a big boy. You know what I mean? He was a big lad. He was all there. He probably would have fucked me up. But I remember thinking, obviously, when you hear a guy with an Irish accent, you're kind of like, "Oh fuck, he could be a fucking lunatic." But yeah, it was like, I couldn't believe that I actually said it though. I actually remember thinking to myself, did I really just say that? Fucking hell. Yeah. That one was for the club. That one was for the club. That was for the team. All right, 60 minutes, guys. Odegaard out. All the subs, guys. Arsenal made a couple of changes. Arteta pushing the team forward, trying to get more out of them. Gabriel took the armband from Odegaard, guys. He's gone off. Calafiori's on. Jokeris is on. Madueke is on. Still 1-0 to Southampton, guys. 60 minutes gone. Ben White in trouble. Hit the crossbar, guys. Cienza. Fucking hell. Cienza, guys, he's been a threat all night. He's looked so confident. He took on Ben White, drifted inside. Ben White tried to shackle him, couldn't. Tried to clip it, guide it, hit the top of the bar. Very unlucky there, Cienza. Yeah, could have been 2-0. At the top of the crossbar. Marcel on the rack. The kind of substitutions make any difference, guys. Calafiori, Madueke, and Gyökeres are on. Odegaard is off. I'm not too sure about that, to be honest. The most creative player being taken off. I know he's been out a while, but I'm sure he's fit enough to last the pace in 90 minutes. He's a young guy, Odegaard. Doman, options, little flicks. Doman in. Put away Martinelli over the bar. Doman causing problems, guys, but he's the only one. The rest of them, not too sure what's going on out there, really. Doman's got such belief, cuts back inside, makes a run. So I was trying to get away from the challenge in Norgard, but couldn't. Fairness to Hearts, no one even asked for a penalty there, but a player went down the area. Fuck's sake. This was a bad defeat for Arsenal now. It's going to be a very tough game in Manchester against City. Cienza again is a real handful. Muscovera pushing him out. Howard Bellis. Cienza wants it again. His quick feet. He's moving all over the place. Oh, Bellis returned the race, but gave it to Doman. Doman plays it behind the Uckers. Fuck. Promising moment for the Gunners came to nothing. That's a push by Ben White. Bellis with the mistake. Gives it to Doman. The Uckers behind him. Doman. Animal. Running riot. Adeweke picks it up. Little pass. Doman. Completed. Southampton clear. Time is up there, 1 in the morning. Yeah, 12:30, yeah. 12:30 here in Zurich. Obviously, I've got tomorrow off work, yeah. So I'm easy. And I've got no wife and kids, yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's 12:30 in the morning, yeah. I got no work. I got no work today, got no work on Monday. I'm working again on Tuesday. So Arsenal score, guys. Equaliser. That man Jokerish. Well, that's 12:30. Yeah, there's like an hour in the difference. Switzerland is an hour ahead. Southampton won. Gunners won. If only they'd stayed like that and we got the penalties, maybe. Wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be. Fortunately, guys, we went over to the cup. I think that's no. Yeah, it's 11:30 here. Yeah, it's 12:30 here. Yeah, an hour in the difference. Yeah, I was a bit kind of shook up with all the time again since I came back from Colombia because there's 6 hours in the difference, and it was +1 then when I came back. There was a 7-hour difference. It was Colombia. They didn't change the clock, so but Europe did, yeah. So I went from being a 6 hour difference to a 7 hour difference when I came back. So that kind of threw me out a little bit all over the place, yeah, but it is what it is. I flew from Medellin in Colombia to Madrid, and then from Madrid to Zurich. But Madrid was chaos at the airport. Yeah, fuck! Like I didn't think I was going to make the flight. We got there, it was fucking chaos. And then I was standing there minding my own business in the queue, waiting to get on the plane. And there was sort of like American teenagers, yeah, like school kids, high school. And one of them was a girl, yeah. Somebody just walked straight through me, yeah. I didn't even say fucking sorry, nothing. And I turned around, like, no, I was after coming off like a long haul flight from Colombia, yeah, at this point. So I was waiting for my connecting flight back to Zurich. And one of the American teenagers, like a girl, she walked straight into me. She was walking past and even say sorry. I just turned and looked like that. I said, like, who the fuck was that? I was that close to just fucking clocking one of them. But it was a girl, yeah, so I left it. But yeah, not even a sorry or nothing. And I mean, it was a hard fucking, like, I'm no pussy. I'm all there. But fucking hell, they just like, you know what I mean? And not even a, you know what I mean? Not even a fucking sorry or a, you know, nothing. I mean, and fucking tapping off me going past, I was like, she obviously felt it. I mean, I felt it. There was contact. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? Then they were standing behind me the whole time. I was just waiting for them to fucking do it again. And I swear to God, I would have said some things that you couldn't take back. Things would have been said. I know there's airport police there. I'm not going to go nuts, but I would have said some things. You know what I mean? My opinions would have been heard, well and truly received. I would have said what I wanted to, man. I'm serious. I'm not looking for trouble, but I mean, at least say sorry about that. You know what I mean? No, not even like Americans, man. You get me? I know they're teenagers. Teenagers are fucking dumbasses, but not even a fucking sorry or nothing. You know what I mean? I was thinking to myself like, pick the right fucking day. I tell you. So yeah, 1-1 guys. 70 minutes gone. Yeah, the Spanish police don't fuck about as well. No, they don't. No, they don't. They're quite tough, yeah. They're quite tough, yeah. Like I was at the airport, of course, security is paramount at an airport, and it is the biggest airport in Spain. But I've seen them in Madrid in action now, and I've seen them on the Canary Islands in action. In Tenerife, I mean, they'd actually crack heads. And I'm not going to go too much more into it than that, but they're not afraid to actually get physical, and they will take out the baton. They will fucking hit you with it. They will split you open. They will. They'll give you a crack at the baton. And in Madrid, yeah, they're extremely uncompromising. I've seen them in Madrid, and they're uncompromising. Yeah, for sure. They're heavy-handed. Yeah, they're heavy-handed. They don't mess around. Though. They do not fuck around. Though. Tough guys, for sure. Just uncompromising. Yeah, uncompromising. You wouldn't expect it, but they're uncompromising. Tough guys. It's a tougher country than you think, Spain. A lot of tough people there. In Madrid, there's a lot of tough people. But the cops definitely are. They don't play. Yeah, they don't play games. Out at an airport, you'd want to be causing trouble anyway, because that's the last place you want to be causing trouble is an airport. You know what I mean? Like you're traveling through their country. They have a right to stop that. You know what I mean? You're traveling through their country. I was lucky to not get nicked last time I was saying for being pissed out of my head arguing with the missus on the beachfront. Holy shit. Oi, oi, oi. It's good though that you didn't get in any trouble, though. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we're a little bit older now, man, than I'm 46, but at the end of the day, it's actually not worth it. I mean, it's actually not worth it. And I know you know that. I know you had a few babies. You're on the crazy soup. I get it, but you know yourself, man. It's fucking not worth it, because like you're in a foreign country. They took my passport and took pictures of me and said last warning. Oh shit! They took my said last warning. Yeah, but at least they gave you a warning. Yeah, I mean, and they didn't actually physically, you know, like I said, they're not shy at taking out the baton and breaking it off a couple of guys' heads. They let the blood flow. They're tough guys, tough guys. Um, but it's good that they didn't actually, they didn't hurt you. Because they are uncompromising. I was in Orlando 6 years ago now. Actually, on the way to Orlando from Miami, and then we stopped off we had a rented SUV, and we stopped off, and there was like a hurricane warning, so for like 120 miles on the motorway between Miami and Orlando, all the rest stops, all the toilets were closed. But of course, for a fella, it's no problem. But my missus at the time, my ex-wife, she had to hold it all the way, the poor thing. But for me, for a fella, nice and easy. So we pulled up somewhere. I got out and I was fucking draining the wheeze anyway. You know yourself. I was going for a slash, going for a piss. And next minute, the fucking sheriff's car came along, like the sheriff's jeep. Yeah, right next door was the fucking sheriff's station, and I didn't even know it. Yeah, and I just looked and I saw them pull up, and it said on the side of it, "Sheriff." So it was the actual sheriff in his jeep. Yeah. So the building across the way was actually their police station, and I was midstream. I couldn't stop. I was so lucky that they didn't see me, because in the US, urinating in public is a real no-no. In the United States, like, I know the country's nuts, they're crazy, but they don't like underage drinking, urinating in public, not acceptable now. So luckily they didn't see me there. Fuck, I got the fuck out of there. I'm not allowed back to the US because I've been to Cuba. Jeez, that's very strict, huh? I know the thing with Cuba, yeah, but I mean, that doesn't make sense. I mean, you're no threat. You have no links to anyone or anything. You know what I mean? It's like, and you're not from Cuba, you're an Englishman. It doesn't make any sense. Do you get me? Remind me never to go to Cuba. That was 2 days before I flew back to Manchester. If I would have gotten nicked, I wouldn't have got back home. Even the guys that are famous, yeah, like some of the footballers that go over there and cause trouble, or just anyone, yeah, like famous celebrities, their fame doesn't save them, yeah. I mean, the law is the law. And like even the United States, like I said, they're extremely strict when it comes to like urinating in public and stuff. And if you're a foreigner doing it, you might as well just bend over. If I go, I have to get a full visa, not just a temporary one. Fuck. Yeah, not the ESTA visa, yeah, the ESTA. It's like a 2-year visa, the ESTA, yeah. Ever since 9/11, everyone needs to fill out like the ESTA so they know what flight you're arriving on, where you're staying, and who you actually are. They're aware of your journey to the US, yeah. It's the Department of Homeland Security, yeah, run the ESTA. But yeah, fuck. Yeah, but that's the thing, bro. They let all the Venezuelans, like my ex is Venezuelan, yeah, but they let all the Venezuelans into New York. I mean, a lot of them there now are actually like gangs from Venezuela, and they're gone to New York and they're doing all kinds of shit there. And slowly they're getting weeded out there. They're getting deported back to Venezuela, but I mean, they let them go to New York and do all sorts of shit. So what's the problem with letting you in just because you've been to Cuba? I mean, you're not going to do anything, bro. Let's be honest. You're going to have a couple of pints and you might get in a couple of rumbles, but you're not going to be a threat to national security. You know what I mean? And the US cops, they will handle you. Let's be honest. And they'll handle me. They'll handle us. We're nothing compared to them. And their cops are way worse than our cops. The guns are locked and loaded in the US and they'll fucking shoot you. So it's not like, I know it's not like, exactly, man. You're no threat to them. And they have guns that are locked and loaded and they will fucking shoot you. And they'll shoot me if I cause trouble. It's not like you're a threat, man. You're not a threat to them. You're not a threat to them. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? Like, you might have a couple of scoops and you might get in a rumble with someone. Wow, it's not a threat to national security, is it? And like I said, the cops will actually, you know what? They're like the cops in the US, man. I don't know if you've ever been there. Did you go before you went to Cuba? But you know what the cops are like, man. They're big lads. They have everything. You know what I mean? They drive the cars with the bull bars, heavy duty SUVs. They've got all the weapons in the world. They're big fucking lads. They'll get your hands behind your back and put the cuffs on you, man. There's no problem. So I don't understand. You're not a threat. I mean, I'm Irish. Maybe I'm a Republican. Maybe I'm connected. I get to go, so why can't you? Do you get me? I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I've been to Florida 3 times. At least you got to go at one point, yeah, and you went to a nice place. You know, I've been to Florida, I've been to NYC, I've been to Boston, I've been to Colorado. NYC is an interesting place. I mean, for me, it's overrated. No disrespect. I like Denver. The nicest place I saw was Denver. Like I've been to Miami, Orlando, Boston, NYC, New Jersey. But I like Denver the most, Denver, Colorado. It's real American. Like if you want to see a little bit of America, and the people are so kind, they're all carrying guns, like the locals. I mean, they have like a license, what do they call it? A concealed carry. Like normally it's here, but it's concealed, like it's on the hip, but it's concealed underneath the jacket or the t-shirt. But they're allowed to carry a concealed weapon, yeah. But I like Denver, and everybody is friendly, and there's a good vibe. Colorado is a nice state, man. I like Colorado. I couldn't say, and I passed through Atlanta on the way there, and Atlanta people are very friendly. I want to go NYC, but it'll be difficult for me to go. I went to Denver as well. Go to the Mile High and watch the Broncos. Denver's a cool place, man. Denver is very friendly. Yeah? Denver's a beautiful city. I saw the Colorado Rockies play baseball when I was there because it was the only game that was on. No disrespect to the game of baseball, it's not my thing, but it was the only game that was on when I was there, so I saw the Colorado Rockies play in Denver. Nice stadium, good atmosphere, good food. But yeah, NYC, can be a rough town now. I mean, it's a tough town in my opinion. I mean, beneath all the lights and the glamour and like Broadway and Times Square, like that junction, Broadway and Times Square where the streets intersect is some busy fucking place, man. I mean, it's obviously 24 hour, yeah? But Broadway and Times Square where they meet, the intersection, Mike, that is some busy place, man. Fucking hell, is that busy? And at night, I mean, anytime. Wow, that is a busy place. Christ. I don't know if it's the same in Canada as well because I have family over there. Different countries, man. Different countries, I'd say not. But you should check, yeah. You can just Google it, man. Google will tell you everything, yeah. Or look at the Canadian version of Homeland Security. Japan. I always wanted to go to Japan. Obviously, it's a world apart from Europe or South America. I mean, Japan is another step the other way. You know what I mean? I think that Japan is very different to Europe or South America. I mean, maybe Europe and South America can be some way similar. I think Japan is just like they have their own language. But, it's a huge country with like a massive population. And in Tokyo, the population is, I mean, they have their own language. You get me? They have their own culture. They have their own, and it's wide scale in Japan. The way of life, the culture, the language, the food. I mean, I imagine Japan is just completely fucking. Obviously, you probably have a Starbucks here and there and a McDonald's, but it's not westernized. Japan is very much unique in its own culture. It's not westernized. You know what I mean? They kept their unique culture and a completely different language, a completely different culture, a completely different way of life. It would definitely be a unique experience to go to Japan. Definitely, in my opinion. I always wanted to go there, to be honest. I'm still young, I can still go, but I say save up a little bit of cash. I know you're probably not short on money, but save up some cash for Japan, yeah, because it is expensive. I mean, it has a reputation for being quite pricey, yeah. So, like here in Switzerland, Switzerland's extremely expensive. I would, if you're working here, it's okay, but if you come as a tourist, it could be a shock. Japan is the same, I think. I mean, you want to save up a couple of, you know what I mean? You want to plan in advance and save up as much as you can. Fucking pricey enough over there, I'd say. I'll see if you like sushi, bro. Needless to say, seafood, Japan's the gap for you. And I like sushi. I don't like seafood in general, but sushi and stuff, I mean, it's good for that, right? I mean, and fresh. You like sake? You like a drink? Like me, I'm Irish. Warm sake. And that was the winner for Southampton, guys, with 6 minutes to go. My girlfriend cousin has just gone to Japan for a month. Fucking hell. So I'm taken from the UK, she flew, yeah. From the UK. I mean, that's a far flight, huh? That's a far fucking flight. The guy went to Thailand. Thailand is far enough. But fucking Japan is on the other side of the fucking planet. Japan is miles away. Miles away from anywhere. Japan is miles away from anywhere. It's like it's in a pocket on its own. Fucking miles away. I don't even know the movie with what's his name? What's the guy's name? Bill Murray. With Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. Lost in Translation. That is a good movie, in Tokyo. Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson, Lost in Translation. That is a good movie, man. Yes, from the UK to Doha, then to Japan. That's one hell of a flight, man. That is a flight and a fucking half. And I just came back from Colombia. That's not across the road either, but Japan is fucking. Looking around the map, man, Japan is fucking miles away. It's fucking miles away. Yeah, Southampton 2, Arsenal 1, guys. 6 minutes to go. It's to be all over for Arsenal. But yeah, Lost in Translation, man. That's a good movie. Gives you a little look at Japan, yeah, like a funny side of it. That's just Tokyo. You can get a direct flight from Heathrow. Fucking hell. The Heathrow is a major international airport, though. When I came back to Switzerland, I flew out of Heathrow, but of course I was living in southwest London, so I just went a little bit west in the taxi to the airport, and that was me gone. Back to Switzerland to rebuild my life after a divorce. But that Heathrow's a cool airport, huh? But yeah, it's one hell of a flight. Yeah, at least it's direct. It's one flight. Like when I went to Thailand the first time, I did a connecting flight through India. Never again. When I went the second time, I went direct with Thai Airways. Much better. It's direct. You know what I mean? It's one flight all the way. It's better like that, man. Direct flight is much easier. Unfortunately, to Colombia, there's no direct flight from Switzerland. There's no direct flight to Colombia. The airport in Medellin is extremely small. Maybe Bogota, but not Medellin. Bogota is, of course, the capital. But Medellin, there's no direct flight there, so I had to go through Madrid and then Medellin. They are starting direct flights from Manchester to Japan and Thailand soon. Fucking hell, nice. I've actually never been at Manchester Airport, but I will be there in a week. I'll let you know my thoughts on it. I'll let you know my thoughts. But I hear Manchester is a tough town, yeah. I mean, I don't know what you think. you live there, I take it, or you live close enough to Manchester. But like, if you look at them, Charlie, what's his name? The YouTuber Charlie. He's in Manchester a lot, yeah. But the way he makes it look like Piccadilly Gardens is that are in Manchester, like the way Charlie makes Manchester look is rough as fuck, yeah. I mean, dangerous enough. I don't know what your thoughts are on it, but I've never been there before. Of course, I've heard it's a tough town, but yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the place is a shithole, but I've heard it's a tough town. You know what I mean? But that YouTuber, yeah, Charlie, he always shows Manchester as just being a rough spot. Charlie Beach. I don't know what you think of him, man. Manchester is my city. Half of it is a shithole and is dangerous in places. That's the way it. Yeah, it's two tourists. There's just going to be two of us there. Yeah, two men, but hopefully we won't have any problems. Huh? I mean, the last thing I want to do is beat the shit out of someone or get fucking knifed. You know, you could be knifed. I mean, it is possible. It happens everywhere. That could happen here too. You know what I mean? You could get stabbed. It's just like, yeah, hopefully I won't be fucking. We won't have any trouble there because it would it would just put a downer on the fucking on the weekend. You know what I mean? Just put a downer on the weekend. Got fucking robbed or some shit like that. Like in Colombia, it was okay. You know, obviously if you hang around till 4 in the morning with your fucking Rolex and you're drunk walking home alone, you're asking for fucking trouble. You're going to get your head ripped off. It will be sweet, mate. The Manx love the Irish. Yeah, the Irish are alright. We mind their own business. We mind our own business. We do mind our own business, though. If you get us in it, there's only two of us, yeah, and he's Swiss. But if you get us in a group, maybe 8 Irish lads, it depends on the fellas. But if you get it's like any country. If you get a group of lads together, things can get a little bit, fellas will be fellas, right? I mean, it is what it is. But just saying, whenever you look at Charlie Beach on YouTube, it looks like Piccadilly Gardens is not the place to be. It's like fucking hell. It looks rough enough, rough enough. But yeah, people would be terrified of Medellin. That was 30 years ago. Medellin was 30 years ago since all that shit was going on. 30 years ago. It's not like that anymore. It really isn't. Just don't be acting like a fucking tourist, standing out like a sore thumb. But Medellin is safe enough. Martinelli straight at Perez, 4 minutes to go. That looks to be the end of the road for Arsenal. In the gardens in Manchester, you need to watch out for there's loads of immigrants that are looking for trouble. Yeah, yeah, be a little bit fucking. It's just the way Charlie V shows he has like fucking, but he just attracts them anyway. I think they just go for him. You know what I mean? He's provocative a little bit. He provokes them, but yeah, there's a couple of rough boys. There's a couple of Afghans after coming over here. I don't want to be look. A couple of guys from Afghanistan after coming over here, and one or two of them, like I see them in work, and they're one of them is particularly he can be quite difficult. I haven't seen him since, but trying to buy alcohol, and he's obviously underage. He's got no ID, usual crap. I mean, yeah, they can be a little bit. The Afghans can be a little bit. They're tough boys. Huh? They're tough boys. There's no other way to say it than that. But they're tough lads. Even the young lads, but the teenage lads. But they're always the worst anyway. The teenage boys. They're too young to know any better. Too dumb. He's been ran out of Manchester. No, Charlie. He's not out there anymore. Yeah, he just provokes a little bit. Yeah, I mean, he just fucking incites it a little bit. It is there. It is going on. But Jesus, all the Arsenal fans that went to Southampton, Christ, what a fucking disaster. Like all the Irish fans that went to Prague, sickener for them. I think they really thought the team had a chance with Troy and Troy Parrott and all the boys, but that was a sickening defeat for Ireland in Czech Republic. Sickening defeat. Yeah, it's just he does antagonize a little bit though. Yeah, he does provoke. That's obviously what it is. I mean, he does provoke. All right, I'm just waiting for this match to wrap up. Thanks for the advice on Manchester. Anyway, I appreciate it because I've never been there. And like I said, the fella with me is Swiss. He's quite a reserved, polite guy. You know, he's not the kind of guy to, there was Swiss are very reserved and polite. You know, they're not used to that kind of situation. So thanks for the advice anyway. I appreciate it though. So check out Billy Moore. He's from Liverpool. He goes around the UK too. I think I've seen him, yeah, but I'll check him out in a minute. Billy Moore. 1 second, let me YouTube him. Let me enter it on YouTube. Billy Moore. Yeah. All right, I got him. I'm actually subscribed to him now. Fucking hell. What a defeat for Arsenal now. Oh well. Onwards and upwards for the Gooners. That was it, guys. Southampton 2, Arsenal 1. All right, I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, thanks, Scott, yeah, for tuning in. I appreciate it, keeping me company. Thank you to Manny for tuning in. Thank you to Scott, like I said, for tuning in, keeping me company. And thanks for adding me on FIFA. Yeah, we can have a game, have a bit of fun. Maybe I can put it live on my channel. It would be entertaining for people. 25 matches in a row. Arsenal against United. The best of 25. All right, you take it easy, man. I'm going to go to sleep. Take it easy, man. And thanks for your support. I appreciate it. Like I said, thanks for adding me on the PlayStation on FIFA. Bad result for Arsenal, guys. We lost the Carabao Cup final against City, and now we've been knocked out in the quarterfinals against Southampton, and deservedly so for Southampton, it has to be said. Southampton were deserving of that win. I can't say any more about Arsenal than that, but Southampton were deserving of the win. And yeah, see you next time, guys, and thanks once again to Scott. Yes, we can live stream games. It would be fun. All right, take it easy, man. I'm going to hit the sack. I'm going to go to sleep. Take it easy. Peace. Thank you to everyone, guys. Thank you for your continued support, and I'll see you next time, guys. Big up to everybody. Take care of yourselves, guys. Enjoy the Easter, and take care. See you later, guys. And best of luck to Southampton. The best team won. Best of luck to Southampton. I would never begrudge you, man. Catch you on the next one, man. See you later, guys.